Some of the substitutions that we can use for these ingredients include, for the flours, you can use brown rice. If you can eat whole wheat, that's a possibility. Oat, millet, etc. Whatever works in your diet is fine. We want to remember a few things. If you're using oat flour, it really is a lot thicker flour, so you want to use more liquid with it and maybe less of it. You can combine oat and rice because of the heaviness of the oat is complemented by the lightness of the rice. So there are ways to do that as well. If you are sensitive to canola oil, which is unusual, but you might be, you have some options there. You can do grapeseed, you can do regular vegetable oil, which usually includes soy or corn oil. You can do ghee, which is clarified butter. You can also do olive oil. Olive oil does tend to smoke at a lower temperature, so that's kind of something you'd have to manage with that as well. And then obviously the alternative sweeteners are an option. And we have these delicious looking waffles and pancakes, so I'm going to go ahead and take a taste and use some of the agave on there. Yum. Love the waffles. And just for good measure, let's taste these pancakes as well. And as you can see, the agave acts a lot like honey, which is nice because it makes a nice liquid topping. Very, very good. Tastes like a hearty pancake, which is really great. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. They're quick, they're easy, and they're good and good for you. We'll see you in our next recipe, which is going to be French toast, in just a moment. Welcome back. We're now going to make French toast. One of the nice things about French toast is it's a fairly simple recipe, but you have lots of options. So let's start with our bread. We have 3 different kinds of bread here. We have brown rice bread, we have spelt bread, and we have sprouted grain bread. Any of these are options. It all depends on your diet and what you're looking for. The brown rice bread is gluten-free, which is really great. It is something of a spongier bread. So what I like to do when I use this is to toast it first and then use it for whatever I'm going to do. So I would toast it first and then I would put it into the French toast mixture and then put it in the pan. Spelt and wheat are good for people who can have gluten because they do both have those. The sprouted grain does have some wheat in it. It is sprouted. There's less, but still it does have some. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our eggs, and we're going to put these in the bowl. I like to use organic, free-range brown eggs whenever possible, but whatever eggs you use are fine. Okay, and we're going to mix those up. Okay, and you're just going to use the number of eggs you need for the number of people you're serving. Okay. As with all the recipes that we make, you can find them on my website, which is www.goodandgoodforyou.net. You can also find the cookbook, Good and Good For You, there as well on the cookbook page. So you've mixed your eggs, and then you can choose. Sometimes I don't add anything. That makes it very protein intensive. Sometimes I'll add rice milk, like today. You can use water if you'd like to use that as well. Or if you'd like to give it more of a theme, you could use something like coconut milk and then serve it with pineapples and have kind of a tropical or pina colada kind of theme. It's really up to you. You have lots of options. Again, if you wish, you can add cinnamon, nutmeg, whatever you'd like to that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to dump our bread in here. You're going to put your pan on medium heat. I usually use canola oil with that, but you can use whatever oil you like in your diet. Okay, I prefer monounsaturated oils because they are healthier for omega-3s, etc. Make sure it's nice and warm. And you're going to take your bread and just dump it in your egg mixture. Okay, make sure it's evenly coated and put it in your pan. That's going to need to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes per side. I'm going to put this one over here. Sometimes it's tight in the pan, but there you go. Okay. And the French toast has cooked nicely, and it's about ready to be taken off the stove and put over here on our plate. I was going to give you a little background on French toast, if you don't know this already. In French, it is not called French toast because it would be toast for them. It's called pain perdu. And pain perdu means lost bread. And the reason for that is that they took bread that had gone hard, because when you slice French bread, it becomes hard very easily within one day, and therefore it can't be used for anything else. And instead, they would take it and put it into the egg mixture and then cook it up and be able to use it again. So that's where it got its name in French. One of the things you can do too is, because different people like different foods or can eat different foods. For example, I am allergic to cinnamon, so it doesn't work for me. But if you have someone that you are cooking for who does like that, and for example, they'll be eating the spelt bread, for example, and you would be eating the sprouted grain bread, then you can just put some cinnamon or whatever ingredients they like on theirs or on their plate separately, and not on yours, and everybody's happy. So now that we have this cooked, we can talk about our toppings, which are similar to the toppings we would use for pancakes and waffles. So you've got agave, which is a good option, maple syrup. You can use the powdered sugar as well. Various other options would include xylitol is another option, and it is a sugar alcohol as well. Brown rice syrup, stevia works well. You can use 100% fruit jam or conserves as well, or fruit juice toppings. So whatever works in your diet is great. For the oil substitutions, you can think about grapeseed oil, the same ones we talked about with the pancakes, olive oil, sesame, safflower, sunflower, vegetable, flaxseed, or ghee, clarified butter, work as well. So let's go ahead and put some sweetener on this, and we're going to taste this French toast. It's delicious. And of course, it's good and good for you, like everything we make. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, you can get the recipe on my website, goodandgoodforyou.net. And whatever way you choose to make it, I'm sure it'll be equally delicious. Bon appétit, and we'll finish off with our next recipe. Thanks.